What's going on, everybody? It is Dueling Racer 395 coming at you with another video. In this one, I will be showing you my Hot Wheels Batman collection and other Batman related vehicles. I'm making this updated video, you guys, because my collection has actually grown considerably since the last video I made way back in 2012. So there are quite a few vehicles to get through. Before I do that, I wanted to point out in the background I've got Batman himself joining us. This is Batman from the Collector's Edition statue from the Arkham City video game. Great game, I highly recommend it. That's aside from the point though, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the video. The first car, should I say, in the lineup is the Batman Arkham Knight Batmobile. Now this thing is one mean machine. Now I played the video game myself, I loved it, I did everything there was to do. This thing really helped me clean out the bad guys. If you guys didn't play the game, this car actually turns into a tank, so it is the, quite arguably the strongest of the Batmobiles ever to be made. Now the Hot Wheels version is actually has a blue tint to it, even though in the video game it was just, straight black. It's also got off-roading tires. A grapple hook actually shoots out of there. Yeah, gotta love this one. Next up is the 1989 movie Batmobile. One of my favorites, actually. I really love the design on this one. It's very sleek, evened out. Just it's perfect. Got those blue windows. Yeah, this is from the Michael Keaton film. I love how Mattel actually bothered to paint the rear lights red. Nice little subtle detail. Got the big thruster in the back. Yeah, this thing, really nice. Again, this is also a version of the 1989 Batmobile. It's a really weird version, but it's got this big, front wheelbase. This is, I think, the Hot Wheels modified version of it. I honestly do not like it. I think it's ugly, but I wanted to collect every Hot Wheels Batmobile there is, so I went ahead and got it anyway. Yeah, it's got those silver flames, as an added touch. I don't know why this thing exists, but hey, Hot Wheels. I'll go ahead and bring out the regular version so you can compare it. I mean, just look at the differences here. Look at the wheel size differences, the rear differences, front differences, everything. Okay, so when you look at them from the rear, you could totally tell how much smaller this one looks, even though it's got a huge front end. So, it's something to be noted. There you can see how the bottoms differ. Same car, just completely, modified. Next up is the Batman Animated Series Batmobile. And this is from the animated series called The Batman, surely enough. It's a really nice looking Batmobile. Got those, that laser light at the front. I got mine with the blue stripes. There was also the red stripes. I wanted to add some color to my collection. I already had enough red. Love the rear lights at the back there. They're metal, but they're actually lights. Really cool car. Really cool car. Got that blue trim around the tires. Next up, now this car is the reason I actually put off making my Batman video. That's because I was actually missing it. I only realized that recently, and I ordered it off eBay, and it came the mail last week. And that would be the Cruise Batmobile. Now, this car, I don't think, correct me if I'm mistaken, but I don't think it was in any movies or comics or TV shows. I think it was just a Hot Wheels version. But yeah, it's a really interesting one. It's got a very nice design, nice and curvy. This is why they call it the Cruise Batmobile. It just kind of gives me that cruise vibe. It's got this whole thing going on back here. I don't even know what you'd call it. It's definitely not a wing, but it's just, part of the car dragging out from the back. Got those really funny looking oval orange windows. It actually looks like a Halloween car, doesn't it? With the design of the rear end. the black and orange. It reminds me, it gives me that Halloween vibe, even though it's not, you know, branded as a Halloween car. It looks like one. Next up would be the Batman v Superman Batmobile. Now this is actually my favorite of them all. It is just like it reminds me of the Tumbler and the 1989 Batmobile. Like they had a baby or something. It looks like a cross between them. I just love the design of this car. Just look at it. It looks way better in the movies because this Hot Wheels model does not do it justice. Actually, it's got those front machine guns. Yeah. Here, they actually made the Hot Wheels version a lot smaller than it really is. I'll go ahead and bring out like the 1989 Batmobile so you can compare it for scale. I mean, just look at the size differences. Even though this one is actually arguably bigger than this one, or at least just as big, the Hot Wheels models, they look completely different in size. But yeah, there is that. Next up, as I just mentioned earlier, is the Tumbler from the Dark Knight trilogy, obviously. Now, I got this car in a 5-pack along with some other, you know, Batman-related cars. I keep saying Batmobile. But yeah, this came in a 5-pack. I think you can also get it, you know, in a regular pack as well. I got mine with the gold windows. I really like those. It was also available in blue windows. Yeah, again, this car is just way smaller than its actual on-screen appearance compared to 1989 Batmobile. Looks pretty small, doesn't it? But yeah, this is the Tumbler from the Dark Knight trilogy. Got a really plain bottom for some reason. Next up, this is actually one of my favorite Hot Wheels version of the Hot Wheels, you know, interpretations of the Batmobiles, and that would be the Arkham Asylum Batmobile from the Arkham games. You know, like Arkham City. The prequel to Arkham City was Arkham Asylum, and this is where this car made its debut. It looks just insane. I love what Rocksteady did to make this this car. Got that huge, I don't know, what is that, a V12 at least, engine. They actually bothered to paint on the lights. I like that. Yeah, this car was from the video games, and although it wasn't drivable, it was actually really cool to see it, you know, appear in the game for the first time. But yeah, this is what came before the Arkham Knight Batmobile, the one that you could actually drive. Yeah, Arkham Asylum Batmobile. Love it. Now this is the 2013 Batman Alive Batmobile. Again, this is a Hot Wheels version, fantasy car. Actually, all the Batmobiles are technically fantasy cars, but this is the one designed by Hot Wheels, I believe. I think. I might be wrong, but this car is really interesting. It's got a really skinny shape. It's only made to seat one person, as you could tell. Who knows what else is hiding in here? Probably weapons. I think it was also offered in like a yellow window with yellow trim. Not quite sure, but yeah. Really nice back. Love that red detail. And what's interesting is if you look at it from the bottom, this looks like a bat. The bat logo right there. The wheelbase is really interesting. And the skinniness really, you know, comes out when you look at it from the bottom. How thin it is at the middle. It's got really thin tires. But yeah, 2013 Batman Live Batmobile. Next up would be the 1960s TV series Batmobile. This is an instant classic. Everyone can recognize this one. I believe it was based off of a Chevy Corvette or something. I'm sorry, I'm not that good with classic cars. Yeah, this is a really nice Hot Wheels car right here. They actually got all the details right, I think. Again, I'm not an expert in Batmobiles, but I know quite a bit. Love those red arrows at the back. Really classy looking vehicle. Next up would be the Batman the Brave and the Bold animated TV series Batmobile. Yeah, I never watched the TV series, but this Batmobile does look pretty damn good. Not exactly my favorite, but you know, the main reason because the wheelbases aren't, you know, parallel to each other. But hey, it looks pretty darn good. I really like the red accents on it. Got blue windows. Looks so mean from the front. Yeah, Batman, the Brave and the Bold. And last but not least is the biggest and also one of my favorite Batmobiles is the Batmobile Affinity. This thing is just ginormous. Okay, so it may not look that big when I'm holding it, but compare it to something like the Batman v Superman Batmobile. Look at that size difference. This thing is massive. I love this car. Like, I mean, it's so heavy too. If you like try to, you know, hold it compared to the others, it is way heavier. This is the blue version. I think there was also black and red. I wanted to get blue, you know, just to add some color variety. Yeah, this thing is huge. I don't know where it came from though. Like what show? I don't know if it was from a show. Maybe it was from the comics. Definitely wasn't from any of the movies. But yeah, the Batmobile Affinity. It looks just out of this world. Just look at the detail in it. The hood. Wheels look alright too. Got a massive wing, 2 thrusters. I just love this thing. It's huge, it's heavy, it is nice. Batmobile Affinity. Now for these last few cars, or you know, just vehicles, should I say, because there are also some vehicles that aren't cars in this little line I've got going here. Let's go ahead and get started with the Bat. This straight up the Bat, you know, the thing that Batmobile flies, that Batman flies in like the Dark Knight trilogy. This thing is, you know, pretty crazy. It looks like an insect from the bottom, even though it's a bat considered. It's really thin, but it's loaded on weaponry. It can fly pretty fast. Yeah. Anything Batmobile or Batman related. I keep saying Batmobile, but anything Batman related I will pretty much buy for my collection. I think I have everything to date. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, that's the Bat. Next up would be the Batcopter. I got this in the same 5-pack that I got with it, the Tumbler Batmobile and some other, you know, Batman related cars. Yeah, so this is the Batcopter. I don't know if it was available in other color variations, I'm not sure. It also comes with some wheels if you want to roll it around. Yeah, really cool helicopter. I always find it funny whenever Hot Wheels, they sell other, you know, types of vehicles such as helicopters in their packs. It's pretty funny. But yeah, that's the Batcopter. Next up would be the Batpod. Batman's motorcycle from the Dark Knight trilogy. Really, really cool. It's got those really, you know, wide tires so it could actually stand up on its own. They did a great job with this car, I think. Or, sorry, should I say motorcycle. Armed to the teeth from the front. Yeah, that is the Batpod. And next up would be a GCPD or just GPD police cruiser. This is a Ford Fusion. Came in the 5-pack with the Batcopter and Tumbler. The next 2 cars after this also came in the 5-pack. Yeah, really nice car. It says GPD Police. Ford Fusion, as you can see. Yeah. Jim Gordon drives this thing. And this would be, yeah, Bone Shaker. The Joker themed Bone Shaker. Nice little decal on the side. Green wheels, purple body. Classic Joker. Now, Bone Shaker is actually quite a popular Hot Wheels model. They actually, you know, made a real-life version of it, believe it or not. And, oh, this is one of the coolest details about this Bone Shaker. Look at the front. That is the Joker's face right there, not the skull. I just love that detail right there. Now that is just really what makes this car stand out. Yeah. I'm gonna get ya. Yep. Bone shaker for you. And last but not least is the Gotham City bank truck. Or Brinks truck, whatever you want to call it, because that's what they're, usually Brinks is what makes these trucks nowadays that carry money from bank to bank. Really shiny. It's got a reflection going. You could actually see the camera in it. See, it says Gotham City Focus Savings and Loan Focus Armored Transport. Now, some of the versions of this vehicle, what was it called? It doesn't say what this truck is called, but some of them actually had openable rear doors. You could actually open this and fit stuff inside, but this one is actually sealed off. Can't open. So that's the Gotham City Banks truck, and yeah, that concludes my entire collection. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I think I have all the Batman related or Batmobile Hot Wheels vehicles. If I didn't miss any, if I didn't get any in my collection, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know if you have any Batmobiles or Batman related cars in your collection, what your favorite is. Leave all that in the comments. I'd love to talk to you guys, and yeah, till next time, later.